So this is pretty insane. So MSNBC's host Joy Ann Reid is a very, very notorious Bernie Sanders hater. Okay, and she had on what she calls a body language expert, whatever the hell that means, which we'll get into in a second, on her show to prove to us why it is that Bernie Sanders was lying about his comment about women can't win in 2020. So let's go ahead and check this out.
Dust up between the two of them is that scandals hurt you more when they seem plausible, right? I mean, Bernie Sanders does have a sort of physicality, you know, when he talks that is a shaking your finger at Hillary Clinton, shaking your finger, shovey, weirdy, you know, his physicality makes me think, yeah, he could have said, you know, listen, I think in this environment a woman can't win. That doesn't seem like a crazy
Well, first of all, I think Bernie's lying. We see him, he slouches forward anyway, Joy, but here he turtles. If you look at his eye level where he normally answers questions, when he makes the denial, his whole shoulders come up like a little kid getting caught. His eye level is below his shoulders. This is trying to hide in plain sight. And many of us, we don't know what to look for. So if you look for this right out of the gate, and the strongest denial is simply saying no. And I think women in particular, we want to believe human beings. So we're like, yeah, I would say that. He literally said, well, as a matter of fact, I didn't say it. That's 9 words. Unnecessary. No. Did you vote for Donald Trump in the last election?
Absolutely no.
Right? So no. Did you dress up as an Easter bunny on Easter?
Absolutely no.
Right? So it's no. We say no. Absolutely is actually not the strongest denial. You're playing with me here in the game, but at least you're getting the no in here. We're not hearing the no with Bernie. Also with Bernie, he has numerous hotspots. He says, well. Liars like to start with well. He looks away. He laughs. I think he might have been coached to laugh in this moment. A lot of politicians are coached to laugh in the difficult times. So we're focused on the laughter, and it's supposed to send a message that this isn't serious. It is serious. If he said it, which I believe that he did, he would have been better to just own it. You know, Barack Obama wrote a book years ago, and he said what in the book? He tried cocaine and marijuana, and he never touched the stuff again. We never talked about it when he was president after that. If Bernie just owned it, this would disappear. We wouldn't be talking about it 6 days later.
But Bernie, he did the opposite.
This is fucking insanity. Okay, pure insanity. First of all, just by looking at her, everybody knows like a crazy mom when you see one, okay? She looks like the literal founder of essential oils. You know, the oils that are supposedly able to cure cancer, make your dick 6 inches larger. You know, those essential oils. She looks like the creator of the scam of essential oils. She's talking like a fucking car, okay? She's nonstop just shooting shit at you. And funny that she brings up Barack on cocaine. She kind of has that cocaine look, honestly, funny enough. But, so what people did is they actually took a look at some of her tweets. Her name is Janine. I don't know if it's Janine or Janine Driver. I don't even know. But what's funny about this, you can see when they have the little bar at the bottom, typically it'll be like, you know, PhD from UC Berkeley of neuroscience or whatever, right? If you're an expert on something, I want to know what it means to be a body language expert. All right, I really want to know what that means. Where the fuck do you get the credential for being a body language expert? Typically, if you're going to be an expert on something, right? If you're going to claim to be an expert or claim someone else is an expert, you're going to have a formalized degree from a university, okay? So let's say you claim to be an expert in neuroscience. I expect you to have a doctorate, a PhD, hopefully from a real good college, a good university, you know, like a PhD from UC Berkeley or Stanford, not PhDs from Prager University or Trump University. I'm talking real schools, actual schools. And so I find it really telling that there's no education listed there, because typically that's what they'll do. And here's one of her tweets. It says, when your prospect touches you, they are either signaling that you are going to get laid or they are starting to trust you. And then there were a couple of tweets dug up. Okay, this is just from 2015. Okay, 2015. This one says, Texas, 14-year-old virgin falls pregnant after flu shot. And it's a Facebook post, which is hilarious because it's like, wow. Think about how fucking stupid this is. A 14-year-old virgin falling pregnant after a flu shot. Really. A flu shot, which is a dead flu virus, made someone pregnant. That makes a lot of fucking sense, you crackpot lunatic. Another Facebook one, too. This one says, lead developer of HPV vaccines comes clean, warns parents and young girls. It's all a giant deadly, I don't know if it's scam or what it is. It doesn't go on there fully. But if you don't know what HPV is, I did a video about Candace Owens coming out against it. Human papillomavirus. It's like a group of like 100 different viruses that deal with your sex organs. And like 60% of all of the cancers in that region, penile cancer, anal cancer, all those cancers in that region are like 60% of them, 40 to 60% are caused by HPV. And so when you're 12, you're supposed to get this HPV vaccine, which will prevent you from getting human papillomavirus ever. So, you'll never get those cancers. And so there's some really weird opposition to that vaccine, probably because it's, I guess, has to do with sex, and people are very weirded out by that kind of stuff. So I think that that's the reason why. But as you can see here, it's not just conjecture for me to look at this lady and be like, wow, she clearly is a cocaine mom who's a grifter and somebody who looks like she started essential oils. And I mean, the proof is in the pudding here. Seriously, you're sharing a fucking post that says 14-year-old virgin falls pregnant after flu shot. This is insane. If you look at her post, her bio says, international communications expert, published author, keynote speaker, and popular media guest. Owner and president of the Body Language Institute? The Body Language Institute? What the fuck is all of this shit, dude? This doesn't even make any sense. And her videos are super cringe, and she's been scrubbing a lot of stuff. Super weird. Now, on her LinkedIn page, it says she went to, I forgot what the name of the school she went to. Again, there's no degree listed, which I'm really looking for a degree, because when I look at experts, I believe it's Dr. Andrew Gaffney, the guy who's on Fox News and pummeled them to death. That guy's, Harvard. I believe he got his degree at Harvard. So it's like, wow, okay. That's like a dude who knows his shit. He went to fucking Harvard. This is a lunatic essential oils mom who doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about and is a complete lunatic. It's like fucking got the cocaine eyes. And it's like, oh, come on, dude. And it's like, really? And then bringing up the Obama cocaine thing, that's insane. What would it matter if Obama did cocaine in his teens anyways? If anything, that's just showing that you're racist as fuck. Has really nothing to do with this. And Bernie Sanders didn't own up to it because it's not something he did. And so to have the expectation of somebody to take blame for something that they never did is one of the most asinine things I've ever heard in my entire life. In my entire life, folks. But this lady is a lunatic, and for reals, like MSNBC and Joy Ann Reid, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself for this. This is disgusting and incredibly embarrassing. Get your shit together, man. Like, seriously, get your shit together.